Today's patio chat is being brought to you locally by Westridge Furniture in Delphus. See it all at your finer outdoor furniture store.
Welcome back, everyone. Sergeant Anthony Kuhn with us today from the Lima Highway Patrol Post. We're talking a little bit about teen driving this month. Boy, I looked at some of the stats you guys provided, and they're a little scary. I think we say teens, but it goes all the way up to like young adults into their 20s. But some of those stats are a little alarming, aren't they?
Right, yeah. Youthful drivers, we categorize them 15 to 24-year-olds. I think over the last 2 years, there's over 160,000 crashes in the state of Ohio, which is about a third of the total crashes in that time period that involved at least one of those youthful drivers.
Wow. And in those crashes, 2/3 of the time the teen was at fault. Two things that stood out, too, was one of those is just simply following too close. Is that something you guys see on the road?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So whether it be distracted, just in a hurry, get too close, not maintaining that safe speed, which is another major contributing factor, just all leads into these crashes that we're seeing.
How much is it just, I guess, inexperience? Because as you get to be an older driver like myself, you, I guess, start to realize how much stopping distance you need. Or yeah, I think a lot of young people think that I'm 20 feet behind. That's fine. It's plenty of time. But it really takes a while to stop, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Experience is everything. And then that's what we're trying to get these youthful drivers, less experienced drivers, to give that extra space just to make sure that they're clear of the vehicle in front of them.
Yeah, it takes a while to stop. You mentioned it too. If you're a teen, and we're all in a hurry, adults are guilty of this, give yourself more time, whether it's going to school, going to your job, because I think some of the stats will show that too. The kids will say, I was late for work, or I was late for school, that kind of thing. So how do we do that? How do they get more time into their day?
Just planning ahead and just, like I said, just having a plan. And you're really not saving that much time unless you're going vast distances. You're not really saving that much time, especially if you're involved in a crash. So
the other thing I noticed there, you can tell us, are when it comes to youthful drivers, teens into their early 20s, are guys worse or are girls worse when it comes to crashes?
Well, unfortunately, guys are about 57% found to be at fault more at fault for these crashes.
Yeah.
We're seeing with teen drivers. So
you guys are always very diplomatic about it. I wonder if it's simply a matter of showing off in a lot of kids. And I don't want to stereotype it, because some teens are very good drivers. They really play it safe.
Oh, yeah.
But I feel like with guys over the years, and I think back to when we were kids, is that seem to be a tendency? Maybe you got guys in the back and you're just goofing around acting stupid?
Well, I was a perfect driver.
Right, obviously, sure.
But yeah, I think that contributes to it, being more aggressive, just showing off, or just not having that sense of safety, I guess you could say.
Yeah, and part of that, there were laws put in place, especially for kids that were on probation as far as driving, to limit some of that, as far as when you can drive and number of people in the car and those. Can you explain some of those?
Yeah, absolutely. So probationary drivers under the age of 18, they're prohibited, so they can't drive between 12 and 6 a.m. and then can only have one non-family member in the vehicle unless a parent's accompanying them. And then everybody has to be buckled up, which probably should be the case anyways, regardless of the age. But yeah, those are just some of the things that we're doing. Plus texting, are under the age of 18. Any handheld device is actually prohibited from use. If you're under 18, it's a primary offense, so we can stop and write you a ticket for that. So those are just some of the things that we've, tried to increase our enforcement actions and trying to prevent these crashes.
Yeah, the Drive to Live campaign you guys are spearheading that. Is that mostly an education effort to get some of these things across?
Yeah, the goal is to get in the schools, get more education programs going, just to try to reach these drivers before and while they're still learning how to drive, or before they start learning to drive, and as they're temps and their probationary licenses.
Yeah, be safe on the road. All right, thank you, Sergeant. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
It's good seeing you. Don't go away. Medical news coming up next on Noon Edition.